I managed to get live today, which is great. Got a little bit of power. Fantastic. I have been really busy the past, like, few days. We'll say 4 or 5 days. Extremely busy, really. I've also got to start scheduling the lives for a certain time. That would be smart. Oh, someone is here. But yeah, so I've been really busy for the past few days. Things keep happening. I've got one story. I posted a small video of when we were working on the oven, but I went up to go visit a neighbor because cabin fever, and the best way to relieve cabin fever is to talk to someone. So I walked up the hill. It's a 20-minute walk between us, but we're all on the same property. Got up to see him, and he's just coming outside to chop a little bit of wood. And he's an older gentleman. I say, hey, I don't mind helping out. You got an axe? And his axe is a heavy axe. So outside for like half an hour chopping wood, get it ready so he can get it inside and get his wood stove going, and packed it on his porch. And we had been talking about moving his generator to his back porch. It's too cold outside to actually fire the generator up. At least if it's in there, he'll be able to use it when his power's low. This is the same person who had problems with his batteries. All of his batteries crapped out at the same time. I gave him one of mine just so he could have power and lights, and he's a really good person who's helped me out, so I go to bat for him any day of the week. But we got the generator out of where it was, dragged it across the snow into his front porch, and I was gonna bring it around back, but he walked in his house and said, "Bring it to the front." I get into his place, and it's like a punch in the face, like someone just boom. I smell like oniony sulfur. It's propane. I got a literal punch in the face of propane. I'm like, yo, were you cooking something? Are you what's going on here? Like, do you smell that? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't smell that. I'm gonna throw up, man. So I take a walk around. Do you mind if I just take a quick walk around and look at some stuff? And I follow the smell where it gets stronger, where it starts to hurt my eyes, is at his stove and oven. Is chat working? Sorry, sorry. I don't know if chat's working. There's nothing going on, but get to a stove and oven, and that's where it like really punches my face. And I said, "You mind if I open this up for a second?" And I asked him, "Is your propane on?" He said no, and I went back and it was off, but he had been running it earlier. Hello, Bort Simpson. I like that. I like that one. But he'd been running it earlier to boil some. His wife ran it to boil some water. Now this stove he's using is from the 70s. It's out of a camper, and there's you got to be safe with it. So I turn the propane on, and I can just smell the horrific propane just busting out of it. Like, it hurt my eyes, so I shut the propane off and said, "Man, I'm sorry, you can't use the stove." One of the where the burners, they are, it's cracked. It's got to be cracked. There's something wrong with this burner right here. I could smell it where it's coming out. Use soap, found where it's coming out, and the whole stove is no good. We ended up going to one of his trailers where he knows he's got a working stove. Funny thing is, it's the exact same stove he's got in the house, just a different color. We get that ripped out, bring it in, try to hook it up, get it hooked up, and then all I hear is tss. So the pipe, the copper pipe that leads the propane in, is busted. We had to get my buddy from down here, Ithamar, to come up because he's got the tools to flush a copper pipe. That makes it a little bigger, so it when you seal it, it forms a natural gasket. He came up and we worked on it for like 4 hours, 5 hours. He brought a sniffer up to detect propane, and no matter what did, he could not get the thing to seal. And look down the pipe, and there's corrosion on the pipe. It's starting to break. It's an older pipe. So we had to say, hey guys, we're sorry. We can't do anything tonight. Uh, Luckily, they got the wood stove to cook on, but it's not that great to cook on, honestly. She likes her oven. So they went to town, got themselves some food. We were there for like 8 hours that day. Came back the next day, started working on it all again. trying to get it up and running. Nothing worked. So he's using his sniffer tool that just detects propane or gas, and we gave up with that. Jumped in his car and went to Crappy Tire and bought some 3/8 very long copper, a copper tube coil meant for. They use it for hot water, but it's also for gas. Got that back. Got it installed. Now they've got working propane. And that was 16 hours worth of work, 2 days of my life to get them a cook area that's not going to blow them up. The worst part is what we started doing was we were moving his. What I me and him were started to do, we're moving his generator into the porch to build a box around so he could use it in the porch and vent the gas outside. And that didn't get done at all. We got sidetracked with the oven. So that's been my last few days. Oh yeah, so those seals, easy. So the exact model is a Magic Chef. There is a video on the channel, like the second most recent video, and that thing is from 1975. It's we. I'm glad I had the urge to go visit him, because I don't think it would have exploded when they're there. They've got the wood stove going. They've got the fans on the wood stove blowing around. It would have. There was enough air in the place to push the propane around and push it out, so it wasn't dangerous when they're not there. What would have happened is they would have gone out, not know they didn't notice the leak because they became blind to the propane smell. Uh, Come back after several hours, light up their wood stove, and kaboom! Their place would have been gone with them. So it was. I thank God, honestly, that I went up there, because it could have gone very bad. It could have gone very bad. Oh, I'm saying when they started their fire out, like if they had went to town that day, turned off their fire, gone out for a bit, come back, not smell the propane, try to light the fire up. That's what I was scared of. But it got fixed. It took 2 days, but the best part is it cured my cabin fever. I got I've been becoming more and more friends with my neighbor across the street. He wants to start his own YouTube channel too for outdoor stuff. He's been helping me do a lot of filming, but I've been becoming a lot more and more close with him. We're becoming like tight. So we got to hang out with him for 2 days, and and yesterday she made us a pizza and gave a mango and one of those lemon tart things. So that was a real great reward for a job well done. That was the reward, was pizza, homemade pizza, a lemon tart, homemade lemon tarts, which were fan freaking tastic, and a mango. That's but this guy up the hill that we were doing the work for, I will go to bat for every single day of the week. He's the person that'll come around every month. He's got a friend who owns a grocery store, who, when something's about to expire, he'll throw in the freezer like the meats. If he can't sell it, he'll freeze it, and he gives all that to him, who brings it up here and gives it to everybody else. And like I'll go to bat for him every day of the week because he is such a swell person. Oh yeah, this is no nicotine. I am now 18 days free of nicotine, and they say once you get to 22, you're free from it. So I just got to break the habit of bringing things to my face. I don't want to be, trying to kneel down and work on something and have that compulsion to bring it to my face when, like, my buddy's, like, standing right beside me and I'm looking up at him like, you know, it's just getting off, and I'm starting to not need the nicotine anymore. The reason why I like the nicotine is these migraines, and it helps with the migraines, but I've got all my medication now, and they're not happening anymore. And like even then, like just I'm happy now. I'm on my meds. I've been able to take more walks through the forest with the dog. Uh, I'm trying to get her fat. She's so skinny, but she looks really fat. And like that's the most excitement I've really had up here in the last few days is the propane leak. I've said no to my other neighbors, but I have a small dog. I only need a small dog. I don't need another small dog. I only got the one small dog. But they're very large, Cane Corso, Husky, Pitbull cross dogs. Had 16 puppies. And they're trying to get me over to see the puppy so I can take one. I don't want a puppy. I If I see a puppy, I'm gonna want a puppy. But I don't that dog's gonna make me his bitch. Like I don't need a dog that big. I don't need another dog. I'm happy with Moose. Moose and I have this connection. Another dog. I don't want another dog. I wish I could start working out again. Like that's the point. I want to start getting back thin. So I've been 220 pounds, 10% body fat. I've had the six pack. I want to get back to that. I'm trying to, especially now on the medication, I can be more active without risk of falling over. My neighbor Ithamar and I have been talking about just that for a YouTube video too. Is to build a proper home gym with that instead of the expensive weights, make weights out of concrete because concrete's fairly easy. Like a 40 kilogram bag of concrete, when it's dry, is 40 kilograms. So it's fairly easy to build a home gym. Yeah, Moose. I'm a one dog person, and I like spoiling the crap out of her. Like today, I I bought a thing of chicken drumsticks about a week ago. There were 10 of them. I've had two of them. I'm not a big fan of chicken, but I've been cooking two of them every night, steaming them, ripping all the meat off, throwing it in her bowl so she has some extra meat. Same thing, I have beef tallow that I froze and give her to her as a snack. And even the chicken bones, I don't feed them to her, but she is eating them. I've got a really good blender. I put the full chicken bones in the blender with a little bit of beef fat or some sort of fat and liquid, blend it up into a smooth paste, and that goes on her food as a topper for the extra calcium. Well, DSCNC. The problem with that is I don't have the balance. Like, so I've got MS. My balance is screwed. When I'm walking, I have a tendency to lose balance and fall over. I'm not stable when I walk. So doing something like that takes a lot of coordination, I'm going to fall over and hurt myself. Straight up, honestly, it's going to happen. Wonky walking. That's why I can lift weights. I can lift weights like a pro, and lifting weights is the best exercise you can do. Hey, JS, how you doing? Yeah, no, Johnny, we're thinking about grabbing like five or six things of concrete and forming them into proper discs, like weight discs, and build a proper home gym out of concrete and wood. But the good thing now that I've got a lot of my the pain is gone because the meds. I've been walking every day about 5 to 10 kilometers. Like the walk up to my neighbor Aubrey's place is 2.5. Walk there and back pretty much every day. Then I'm walking the trails a lot more in winter, just the snowmobile trails. Because I don't want to go somewhere there's people around just in case something does happen. I have a seizure, I'm on the ground. I don't want to be frozen to death. But I've been trying to get between 5 and 10 kilometers in every day. Yeah, well, I've been filming a lot more. I just don't have the Starlink right now to do uploads. I'll be uploading some next time I go to town, which will be the 23rd. I've got two long form videos I want to get out very soon. One, I made a rocket stove using snow and made the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. Mac and cheese was just, simple mac and cheese, a really liquidy cheese. I used some cheese whiz because it turns into a liquid with some mozzarella and Old Fort cheddar. Before that, in a little bit of oil, I grilled some onions and garlic. Made the cheese, I put the cheese whiz in, the mozzarella, the old Fort cheddar, threw the noodles in, tossed it, put it in my little bowl. That's not done yet though, and made a cheese crust for it. I like the baked cheese with the crispiness on top. Amazing stuff. But instead of that, I just pan fried a little bit of mozzarella and Old Fort, so it got that crispiness on, and put it on top, and it was like one of the best mac and cheese I've ever had. And I made that on a rocket stove I made out of snow. And it's a long form video I want to get out soon. And the other one is I've been working on, the video's not done yet, but making an oven out of snow to bake a loaf of bread or a pizza. That's the main goal, is an actual proper oven completely made out of snow. I want to start swimming too, but I need a life jacket. I know how to swim. It's just, swimming by myself. I have a seizure in the water. I'm dead. Oh, yeah. Up here, there's no really walking in the snow. It's shuffling in the snow. Uh, Unless it's down to my compact paths. So I've got pathways I've been using nonstop. So they're solid paths I can get to and from the road, the bush, and all that stuff. If you step off those pathways, you're not going anywhere. You're shuffling, if that. We've got about 3.5 feet of snow on the ground, and it's only December. There's been a lot of snow really quickly. It's not you're not walking; it's shuffling. I have snowshoes, but it's been so cold. The snow hasn't really compacted the way it needs to use snowshoes. You still just sink in it because it's not the compact snow. You need a day of a warm day so the top layer of snow can start melting. The water can go down and compress the snow and make it heavier. We've got one of those coming up, but we've been below -10 since before the start of December. Since the start of November, we've had at least a foot of snow on the ground, and it's been below 20s, 30s. It's been down to -35. Yeah, I've got my little heater going. Um, I'm down to my last two propane tanks I've used since the start. A couple days before December, I've used 200 pounds of propane in 15 days. Holy 15. In about 20 days, I used 200 pounds of propane because I'm running the heat nonstop because -30 is no freaking joke. And I've become comfortable in the warm. But I've got another, that is 60 pounds, which should last me 8 days until the 23rd. And that's when I can go to town. I get a little bit of money coming in from YouTube, and I can get the propane done, get my month's shop done, and be happy. Yeah, Friday we're gonna get a +5. Saturday we're gonna get a -20. So, yeah, weather. Screw it. Game Boy Herald. I accept help. I don't know what you mean by help. I don't. I feel bad for it when I've been in bad sorts a couple times. I've asked for help. Like, oh yeah, I'm kind of screwed. The last time was I was in a real situation. One of my teeth, it was severely infected. Kept getting infected. I had to go to the dentist. I asked for help there and got the tooth pulled. The second it was pulled, it was better. But yes, yeah, I'm not out here asking you. This is for just to get a conversation out. But I do have a PayPal donation link in my YouTube bio. Don't feel pressured, but yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, no, propane is important. I've mathed it out now. If I'm using it nonstop for the coldest, so the 100-pound propane tanks come out to, if I go to Cochrane to get it filled, they come out to 120. If I go to the falls to get it filled, they come out to 130. So, $120 for 200 pounds. plus the 30 pound, which comes out to $38 times two. So 40, $300 for a month to heat the place. And in emergency, I've got a small wood burning stove. It's just not usable in here. It it's very high wind, and I've got the fluke, the pipe. I've got a 12-foot pipe that can go straight up out the camper. It's just the winds are so high, and they come from like the north. They come like in a weird down thing. It pushes all the smoke back in, and up here fills up with smoke. It's unusable inside. Oh, you don't need to donate. I'm doing really well. Like, this month is going to be a great month for me. I had a video, an older video, just pick up out of nowhere and go viral. It's almost at 1 million views, so this month is an easy month for me. It's a couple $100 extra. And that more than anything, like, I've got enough money for the propane this month. I've already this phone is dead. I have to replace this phone. Unfortunately, I thrifted one out. I got a Google Pixel 10 Pro, the bigger one with the better camera on it. I got it for $200. It's not stolen. It was broken, completely broken. Screen is broken. The logic board is damaged. A lot needs to be replaced on it. But I got it for $200. I found a guy who can fix it. It's already fixed. I just got to pay him for it now. I brought it up to him, and for $200, new logic board, new screen, brand new phone, basically for $400. $1,600 phone for $400 in. I couldn't. Uh, I did some work over there, which helped for that, and I'll be able to replace this phone now. Yeah, it was insane. It's still going up. I think it's near 900,000 views right now, but it's been bringing in still this month $10 a day. I haven't posted much this month, but it's brought in about $150 so far this month, and I'm hoping it keeps up with that. Yeah, I'll probably have to get that, but okay. Here's the thing though: is I bought 8 cords of wood for under $200. I bought 8 cords of really good burning wood. I've got them, but to help keep up with the propane, I've ended up I've sold a few cords of the wood. I'm going to continue to do that. I sold a cord to one of my neighbors for $150. He came, loaded it up, and took it off. And I think that's going to help out with the propane as well as just that's why I've and someone helped me out with some propane too. That's going to help me. They're going to buy it at the end of the month. Same with my other neighbor because $150 is better than $200 per cord of wood from the other guy. That's with the plus 50 for delivery. All they do is come over with their sled and load up and go home. Yeah, it's been a while, but how you doing? I'm not playing right now. I know you've been outside all day. We're not playing. Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Go up. And now I've got a dog on my shoulder. There's a big puppy booty for you. Ouch! 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 Ouch. What you doing? So yeah, this is what she does. On her jungle gym, southern part of America. So you're in the warm. You go south for the winters. Smart. At least you're doing something smart. You're going south for the winter. You're not like me. It's, Toronto winters are too mild for me. I'm going north. I do it the opposite way. You go south, I go north, and just freeze my ass off. Okay, there you are again, Moose. I get it. See, I'm her personal jungle gym. There's the wagging tail. She's a happy puppy. If you sit on my head, I'm gonna. Yeah, I love you too. I love you too. What are you doing? That's my skull. That's my skull. Ugh. Yeah, I can't. I don't mind. I think it's cute when she gets on the shoulder. She'll do it when I'm out for a walk. She'll jump up. I'll have to pick her up, put her on my shoulder. She'll sit there like a parrot as we walk because she's lazy and wants me to walk her. Yeah, I don't want your kisses. They're ugly. No. Yep. No, it's. I'm glad I've been able to keep busy though. I've been working for well, helping my neighbor out. Fixed. Well, actually, it's not fixed. We ripped another camper stove out of his other camper, put it in, and then got it fixed. It only took 16 hours worth of work in over 2 days, and multiple trips to town. It was annoying, and we didn't actually get the thing I went up there to do done. I went up there to move a generator inside. We got the generator moved inside. That's it. But we didn't. We didn't get the box built for it. Oh, plus today, what did I do? But today, I worked on my own stuff. So I'm in a low power situation right now. Uh, I can't run my inverter to charge my phone. That's how I've been charging the phone because the inverter itself uses a lot of power just to stay on. I went and talked to my neighbor, and he gave me something that was of his that was broken. You know those little things you put into the car that gives you a USB port, like the old cigarette lighter things. You can put one of the things in, and you got a USB port. He gave me a broken one of those, and I cut up some wires from a broken USB cable, wired it directly to the 12-volt batteries. Hello again, Moose. And that's what I've been doing today. Is I wired that up so I can plug a USB directly into that and pull power 12 volt directly off of the my battery system. Okay, that's your ass on my face. At least you're a girl and you don't have balls hanging in my face, which is appreciated, Moose. Yes, actually, a diesel heater costs a lot more. So, uh, my neighbor is running a diesel heater right now. Uh, he gets $100 of diesel at a time. He fills his shit. Ouch. It's near the same price. It's diesel is near the same price, but even if it is a little cheaper, the problem is with a diesel heater, it still requires power. You have to have 12 volt, and I've gone nearly 23 days with no sun, with no power. So it's not about having the diesel heater. It's being able to run the diesel heater because there is an electrical component to it. Running the propane requires no power. I've got a little propane heater. It's essentially a stove burner with mesh that goes over it, and I've been running that. That is, it'll be about the same price, maybe a little bit cheaper, but that is constant. It doesn't require power. I never have to turn it off unless I go out. Hey Mac, how you doing? Uh, Rob Fox, where are you located? Like, how far north are you? Because I get what you're saying. For you, it's cheaper. I'm I'm very far north. I'm closer to the North Pole than I am to the States. That's a joke, but not really. But it is. But not really. But it is. Um, from the U.S. border, if you were to drive a straight line to here, would take about. Hey, you're doing 100 kilometers an hour. Uh, what? That would take about 14 hours north. The so far the average temperature this month is -25. We've had a dip down to -36. you're running that 24 hours a day max settings all day long. Uh, Even red diesel, like my neighbor is running red diesel off of it. That's a little bit cheaper. There's no tax on it. It's for farmers. You're not allowed to use it on the road, but that's still costing him about $300 a month. He's trying to run something else now. The On a diesel heater, you can actually run motor oil through. You use used motor oil. You filter the used motor oil, and it'll run off that. And it's if you have a mechanic, it's free. They'll do it. It's illegal, but again, it's very far north. 3 degrees. Yeah, right now, 3 degrees Fahrenheit. That is what? That's like negative 10? 10. Yeah, that's about negative 10. So, uh, right now outside is negative 25. Uh, we get, we've got 4 in about 6 days of negative 40 to negative 50 Celsius in meat. If I could, I would, man. If you can get it, you get it. But again, I'm a liability. I've got MS. They wouldn't hire me. Yeah, of course. Nowhere on cellular data. I got this is not a toy. That's a battery. But it's Fox. It's really uh okay. Get off my head. The best way to put it is, ouch. The furthest part north of the United States, I believe in Minnesota. The furthest tip of the United States that goes north, go. I would be probably 50 kilometers further north than that. Uh, Honestly, seek services right away. Seek social services. As much as I badmouth them, they're going to help you out a lot. Uh, Probably avoid the shelters and don't drink. These are the only advice. I haven't been homeless for a while, but the shelters are bad places. There is all the drugs there. There's a lot of violence, but social service will do what they can to help you. And just find do what you can to stay warm. Do what you can to get out of the cold. The cold will kill you. And look at me. I'm not homeless anymore. I'm on a homestead, my homestead, and I'm really far north, and it's really cold. Uh, and I know when it's negative outside, I'm running the heater full blast, just relaxing. You just ask for help, find help. It's once you are homeless. If you are working, keep that job. Don't tell anybody. Tell no one you're homeless. They will fire you. You will lose that job. Seriously, don't let people know you're homeless. Try to get a shower every day if possible. But do not let people know you're homeless, or oof, it doesn't end well. It does not end well. Even like somebody on the street, don't let them know you're homeless. They're gonna try to take advantage of you. It can get scary up there when you're homeless. And yeah, if you do look homeless, even if you're a man, you're gonna have some really weird people come at you. Oh, hey Mark, how are you? I just needed to chat, and uh, I've been so busy the past couple of days. I feel great because of it. But I went to go visit one of my neighbors, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Uh, Went up there to help him move a very large generator into his house. got it to the front door, walked into his place, and I got like hit in the face with propane. I got punched in the face with that sulfur smell, and turns out he had a propane leak in his stove. 16 hours worth of work, and ripping. We had to rip a new stove, an old stove, but new for inside, out of another camper. Multiple trips to town to look for the parts, but his place isn't going to explode anytime soon. It was a great day. It was the past couple days was great because I got to hang out with my friend across the road, Ithamar, for those 2 days, plus Aubrey working on that, and his wife, when we got everything fixed, made us a homemade pizza, lemon tarts, and gave us mangoes, which was really weird. We were heading the door, heading back, and she's like, handing us mangoes. She's a very sweet woman. But I'm glad that they're safe and his place isn't going to go all explodey. And today, I've been trying to work on my power situation because everything is so low powered right now. Still, now I've gone about 7 days without sun. I've got another 7 days of no sun coming. I'm pulling in very little power, so I had to figure out something to do with the power. I went over, talked to my neighbor. He gave me one of those little things that plug into the old cigarette lighters of the car to plug a USB into. And with a little fandangling and some wires from old USB cables, I've wired it directly to the batteries, and now I have power. And now that was a day task trying to figure all that out. But everything's running off the 12 volt, and I can charge my phone. And again, thank you for the super. And yeah, I'm just right now. So a lot happened after that. We all planned a proper sit down Christmas dinner with Aubrey, and on the 23rd, I said I'm gonna pick up. On the 23rd, we're doing a supply run. He's driving us. He's got the big truck, and we're gonna head into town. I'm gonna do my month shop. Plus, I said I'm gonna try to pick us up some chicken thighs, the whole drumstick and thigh because they don't like turkey. And we're gonna have a sit down Christmas dinner, bottle of wine, myself, Ithamar, Aubrey, and his wife. Get a couple bottles of wine and fill up the propane on the 23rd as well because it's been so cold. I've been running it nonstop and I've already gone through 200 pounds. I still got 60, which is perfect. Lasts perfect until then, and at least it'll work. I'm just gonna skate by the skin of my teeth. It's just been so brutally cold. I haven't turned off the heat even for. I have turned it off when I go out. I don't want to come back to smoldering ruins, but yeah, I haven't. If I'm in here, the heat is just blasting full blast right now because it is so. It's not that it's cold. It's the kind of cold that cuts through your whole body. Like there's different kind of colds. Like there's negative 25. But there's also a different kind of negative 25. There's the negative 25 that really chills you. Like, how do I put this? Southern Ontario negative 25 is different than Northern Ontario from where I am. Where I am, we've got these high winds, but the air is a very wet. I can't exactly check. It was warmer today, but I think it's around negative 15. Between negative 10 and negative 15, but it did go to negative 6 today. It's just a different kind of it's a different climate up here than down there. It's the air, I guess. I'm trying to explain it. The water table here is so high. If I take one shovel into the ground where I am right now, get to the grass, and one shovel out of the grass, that hole's going to fill up with water. The water table's really high. The air is very wet, and the winds are high. So that wetness in the air gets on you. It just draws all the heat out of your body, and that those high winds just suck the heat out of your. It chills you to the bone. It's just a different. I'm not. This kind of cold is different than I'm used to. Like East Sunbury, I found the air just a bit drier, and the air isn't just pulling the heat out of you. I think they're open right now. Uh, they go buzzing by here all the time, so I think they're open right now. What we are planning next in a couple weeks is we're going to be going down to the lake to start doing ice fishing. Uh, my neighbor Ithamar has just finished, which I want to get that video up here too because I helped a bit. We just built an ice fishing shack on skis to be pulled behind a quad, and we're gonna go do some ice fishing. And again, there goes my phone. No power again. This is frustrating. Yeah, I need to get to town. Like, plan when we go to town on the 23rd is also to spend about an hour at the library so I can do a bunch of uploading and, space the videos out over the next few weeks. I've got several long forms I want to get done. I want to get posted. Like the one, uh, it's good. I like the video. I made a rocket stove out of snow, and I made probably the best mac and cheese I've ever made in my life. Like onions, garlic, and some oil with some. The cheapest cheese I could find was the Cheese Whiz because it's very liquidy, and mozzarella, Old Fort cheddar with salt, pepper, of course, and got that all made on the rocket stove and fried some Old Fort and mozzarella cheese in a pan. Get that crispy topping on top, and it came full. Uh, but I just wanted to see if you could, cook a full meal in a rocket stove made out of snow. And so far, every attempt for the oven or the snoven has failed. To bake bread in a snow oven, the problem isn't the heat. Well, the problem is the heat. It melts the snow, and then the snow kind of drips down into the bread and puts out the fire. It just doesn't work that way. The next attempt I'm going to do is with tinfoil. I'm going to line the inside of the snoven with tinfoil to hopefully reflect some of that heat off of it and stop any of the melt from falling into the fire. Yeah, I think it's thick enough now. But again, we got to get down there to test the ice. I can't see the ice not being thick enough right now. We've had 0 days until the day for the last month. We've had no days above -10. We've had days down to negative. There's Moose again on my shoulder. Down to -36. And unfortunately, as well, this phone battery, that's all I can handle right now. I'm down. It was at 100% when I started. I'm down to 10%. So until I get the phone fixed, until I get the other phone from the repair guy, uh, the short streams are going to be very short because this one battery is shot. It's a 4-year-old phone, 5-year-old phone. I got it used 2 years ago, and the battery's done with it. So that's why I thrifted out the one I did. But I'm gonna head out. I love y'all. Battery's dead, but I'm hopefully gonna do an outdoor stream tomorrow. I want to do a fire. Might even do the rocket stove thing tomorrow as well. I've got the wood ready to go for a nice big campfire. It's just really weather dependent and charge dependent. But no sun, no power. But I'm able to charge ish now. So if I can get that done, yeah, that'll work. We'll have a nice big bonfire for a couple hours. But I love y'all. I got to split because this is about to die. and take care. Bye.